This is Beyond the Baseline, presented by Westin. Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I'm Julie Alexandria.
And I'm Tim Morehouse. Day 6, Labor Day weekend. Thanks so much for joining us, and we have an awesome show for you guys tonight.
That's right. I had a chance to catch up with former #1 Jim Courier to get his thoughts on all of the dramatic action from center court from last night. And I also had a chance to chat with actor Michael Kelly from the hit show House of Cards. And he told me all about some memories from US Open events past. And we're going to talk some competition that went down off the courts with this guy and myself. But we're going to get to that in a minute. Let's get to the matter at hand. Let's talk about the tennis, people. Jim, take us to the changeover.
On the women's side, 5th seed Petra Kvitova moves on to the next round. She defeated Anna Karolina Schmidlova 6-2, 6-1.
Over on Armstrong, 13th seed John Isner took on Yuri Vesely, who retired in the third set after losing the first two, 6-3, 6-4. Isner is on to the round at 16.
And Johanna Konta and Andrea Petkovic. Konta came out on top, defeating the 18th seed 7-6, 6-3. With a celebratory clap for the crowd.
And the guy with the best hair on the court, at least in my opinion anyway, Roger Federer, sailed to the next round, defeating Philip Kohlschreiber in straight sets, 6-3, 6-4, 6-4.
And finishing up late on Ash, Victoria Azarenka advancing past Angelique Kerber 7-5, 2-6, 6-2. She is on to the round of 16 after a dramatic first set comeback. Hey guys, we have seen some awesome matches so far in week 1. Serena Williams and Nadal last night, 2 nail biters. But of course, Julie, you got to catch up with former world #1 Jim Courier. He gave us his take on everything so far that's happened in the US Open in today's Open Insider.
Jim, I wanted to get your thoughts on Fabio Fognini defeating Rafael Nadal. Tell me about what you thought about that late night dramatic fashion loss.
I certainly thought that it could be a competitive match given Fabio's beaten him twice this season, but I didn't expect for Fabio to be 2 sets down and a breakdown and to turn it around, because he's not known for being the biggest fighter on tour. He's certainly one of the biggest talents, and he showed that in the end. What a night session it was last night. The people that were lucky enough to stay to the bitter end saw something really, really special.
Absolutely. And then, of course, now that Nadal is out, who are you having your eye on?
Well, that helps for sure Novak Djokovic, because they were slated to play in the quarterfinals, and Novak has looked awfully good. He got pushed a little bit more yesterday, and Roger Federer, by the way, has looked just in superb form. He's going on court here momentarily. We're looking forward to seeing him play again. But it's, Murray, Federer, it's kind of the usual suspects now. Wawrinka, who's played so well, but Rafa's out, and that's news.
And then, of course, Serena Williams yesterday. A bit of a scare there, but she's a little bit of a test, but she's keeping those Grand Slam dreams. They're rolling.
I think last night it was pretty clear that Bethany Maddox-Sands was fully fit and played a really great attacking match, and she put Serena a little bit on her heels early on. And it was also equally clear that Serena was nervous early on. But once she got her teeth into the match, she pulled away in the end. We've seen that happen several times this year with Serena, where she starts off a little wobbly, but she finishes so strong. And it's her mental toughness in the end that seems to be getting her through. She continues to play, I would say, a little bit less than her A game, but she also continues to find a way to win, which is it's really saying something. I cannot imagine what kind of pressure she must be feeling right now. It's been so few players that have ever felt that, so it's hard to imagine.
Absolutely. Pressure on and off the court. Jim Courier, thank you so much.
Such great insight from a true tennis legend, and he was so kind and so personable, so we appreciate his time. Jim Courier, very cool. And here at Beyond the Baseline, we like to bring you guys an inside look at all the cool things and little perks that go on here at the Tennis Center, and including one of my favorites, right, Tim?
That's right, Starwood Preferred Guest, the award-winning loyalty program that includes the Westin Resorts and Hotels. Well, they are sponsors of the pedicabs that take guests from the 7 train over to the tennis center. We needed that the other day, by the way.
That's right. And I challenged him to a little throwdown on the boardwalk. Check this video out in On the Road, presented by Westin.
We're here for the inaugural U.S. Open SPG pedicab race. I have challenged Tim to a race, and on the line, bragging rights. Tim, you're going down.
You know, Julie, when I found out this morning that we would be competing at the U.S. Open in pedicab racing, of course, I knew I had to do everything I could to bring home the victory. Lucky socks are being worn. My best warm-up song's been played. I'm ready to go.
Good luck to you.
Good luck to you.
See you on the boardwalk.
Tim, buddy, it was a valiant effort on your part, but you got pwned, noob.
You know, it was rough. My Nadal, my pick went out last night. I was up till 1:30 watching that. My pedicab had some difficulty. Look, I don't want to make any excuses, but it was tough. I was up late.
Okay, no excuses, but see, what that just sounded like was one big excuse.
I know. I'm just disappointed. I wore my lucky socks. I've been training for weeks before the U.S. Open even started with the pedicabs, and it hurt, but I'll be back.
Yeah. All right, well, guess what? I'm going to promise you, my friend, a rematch, and I'm going to promise you guys at home to go through what is hot and trending on tonight's Heat Index in social media. Let's get right to it. Oh, my favorite. Tacos. It may not be Tuesday, it's Saturday, but these carne asada tacos from Maya, one of the restaurants here in Restaurant Village at the U.S. Open, spectacular. You guys got to check them out. And Miss Petra Power. Petra Kvitkova moves on to the round of 16. I love this action shot. Look at that form. But what I love the most, those kicks. If you're a sneakerhead, you got to get to the U.S. Open. The sneaker game here is on high alert. Absolutely insane. I love the tennis ball colored kicks. Awesome. And when you win the set 7-5 from 2-5 down, Azarenka, she's stoked. That's some passion. I love it. And she moved on to the round of 16 as well. So congratulations to Miss Azarenka. And the Federer train, it keeps on rolling. I love this picture because it really shows the scale and the breadth of the biggest tennis stage in the world, Arthur Ashe. If you've never been, this one pretty much sums it up. And right here is the suite level. And one gentleman who is watching from the suites is actor Michael Kelly, who's nominated for an Emmy this year for his portrayal of the character of Doug Stamp, who is on House of Cards, one of my absolute favorite shows. And if you haven't gotten a chance to see it, they've just completed season 3. You still have a chance to binge watch. Well, he's a huge tennis fan and regaled some awesome U.S. Open memories. Check it out in this all-access pass.
So, Michael, I know you have a little bit of a history with the U.S. Open. Tell me about it.
Well, I've been coming for a few years, but it's funny. My sister and I, Casey, she's one of my best friends in the world, and she came up this year because she came with me 8 years ago, and we sat way up at the top. And I've been saying for a few years, I'm like, oh, you got to come. So she finally came this year, and we came to the match, and turns out we're seeing the exact same match. Federer has the same exact opponent that he had 8 years ago when we sat way at the top, and she's like, this is so much cooler.
Wow, it's like history repeating itself, but only at a higher level.
At a higher level.
Now, how did you get into tennis? Because I know you're a big tennis fan.
Well, I played when my father played when we were little kids growing up, and my dad was a player, and where we grew up in Georgia, the not country club, we weren't that fancy, but like the community courts were literally right through the woods behind our house. So we watched him play growing up, and then all the kids played. My sisters were way better than the boys were. but we played. I played all through high school and then college for fun, but I was a runner, so I ended up running.
Very cool. And who are you most looking forward to seeing today?
I mean, Federer is so excited. Casey and I watched all the matches on TV, and I went to bed thinking Nadal was going to win, and she fell asleep right, I guess in the third set. She was like, I thought for sure he won too. We woke up this morning, we're like, what?
Okay, pick some winners. Make some predictions for me. Crystal ball here.
I'm going to take Federer, man. I think, I guess, part of it's in your heart, who you want to win. But Murray's going to be a tough opponent. I think I could see him going. And Djokovic always, I guess, I'd rather see Murray or Federer win.
Well, since you used to play, if you had to pick a player to go up against and challenge, who would it be?
Oh, my God. Who was the first person knocked out? I'm pretty bad now. But who would I love to get on the court with? I think Federer. I mean, I think he's such an ambassador for the sport. I mean, here's a guy who just does all the right things. Great dad. He does all the great charity work. I just think the world of him as a person. I think he's a great guy. So I'd love to be on the court with him.
Very cool. Michael Kelly, thank you so much.
You.
Appreciate it.
It's a pleasure.
Thank
you
you.
very much.
Tonight under the lights, Andy Murray takes on Thomas Bellucci of Brazil. Bellucci defeated Murray in their last meeting, but that was in 2011. And Murray is 11-0 against lefties this year. And Simona Halep looks to advance to the round of 16 against American upstart Shelby Rogers. We'll see if the American qualifier Rogers can continue her string of upsets. Of course, we love to put the focus on different athletes each night. And tonight, Simona Halep is our 1-2 watch. The greatest players in the sport of tennis have taken the courts here at Flushing Meadows, and through the years, we have been treated to some unbelievable, memorable, and exciting moments here at the US Open. Tonight, we begin our look back at some of those amazing moments with Today in US Open History. What a moment. Sampras sick, looking like he's down and out, but just still persevering. And you know, that is a mark of a true champion, just being able to come through under any kind of condition.
Absolutely. And speaking of champion, on Wednesday, the U.S. Open said goodbye to one of its favorites, Mardy Fish. And yesterday we said farewell to another former U.S. Open champion, and that's Lleyton Hewitt. So let's take a walk down memory lane to check out this awesome Aussie.
I'm just very competitive, and I pride myself on getting the most out of myself. I remember sitting right here and everyone saying, you know, you can't beat Sampras, you can't break his serve.
Tennis up and do it now, red hot, right in the corner.
Your 2001 men's singles champion, Lleyton Hewitt.
Gave me a lot of confidence for the rest of my career, going out there and be able to play well in those situations and not be in awe of the situation. Obviously, you know, everyone has to call time at some stage, and you know, I'm very comfortable with how it's all panning out at the moment. I left it all out there again. Unbelievable atmosphere out there. I've really felt the love as the years go on, and they appreciate it.
Oh, congratulations, Lleyton Hewitt, on a fantastic career. Now, coming up on tomorrow's show, we have another star-packed one for you.
Awesome stuff.
So awesome. So we're going to kick it off. I am going to show you guys how to make the signature U.S. Open cocktail. It is appropriately named the Honey Deuce. I see so many people out here with it. Hey, guys.
I don't think they have it, though.
You guys having fun? Awesome. They've all been drinking them. They know. And, of course,
Not the young ones.
orange is the new black. That's just a hint. That's just a hint. Some tennis
Pretty
fans
excited.
on
One of my
that
favorite
show.
shows.
And what do you have?
You know, today I got the chance to get a little behind the scenes of the stringers here at the U.S. Open at the Wilson Stringer Center. You know, I'm a fencer, but I've been learning a lot about tennis. They go through 5,000 rackets, the stringers, putting them all together. I got a chance to check out the little behind the scenes of how they do it and how they keep these rackets going.
Very cool. Well, here at Beyond the Baseline, as Tim mentioned, I mean, it's all about that inside access. And we want to hear from you guys, so tweet at us. You can hashtag BTB or Beyond Baseline and let us know what you guys think. Well, that's going to do it for this show. For Tim Morehouse, I'm Julie Alexandria. Thanks so much for watching, and catch us again tomorrow, same time, same place at 7 p.m. We'll see you then.
Have a great night, everyone.
Yeah.